Valentine's Day is right around the corner, coming up, of course, on February 14th.
It is Real Love Stories Week on the Lee and Hayley Show, brought to you by our friends at J. Render's Southern Table and Bar, a fabulous Lexington restaurant that is perfect for date night. Next is from Mark Glaros of Lexington. He says he met his love at a parking lot carnival in Royal Oak, Michigan back in 1972.
Best place to meet people, I've always said it.
You should go. I told her that I could guess her weight within 3 pounds, just like the carny. Didn't get it right, but she's still my sweet after 48 years, 2 sons, and 4 great grandkids.
I love that. He must have guessed under her weight.
That's, yeah, of course.
Had to have.
You don't guess 10 pounds heavy.
After a difficult divorce, I spent several years single, content that I did not need love and would entirely focus solely on raising my 2 kids.
Good.
After a push from a friend,
it doesn't end there?
No. Oh, you thought?
Yeah.
My love story.
Because I was going to give it to him.
After a push from a friend, I tried social media as a kind of lark. I ended up finding an amazing individual I never would have found any other way. It has now been almost 2 wonderful years together. Congrats, Vincent.
It started off happy, then it ended sad.
That is your opinion. He is happy with his new love.
Tiffany Cornett wrote in this love story, I met my husband while boxing in the middle of a trailer park back in '98. I love our viewers.
I do too. Tiffany, I love this.
He broke a guy's nose. I punched a guy in the face, and it was love at first sight.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's right. It's a free-for-all. I'm so grateful for those young and dumb childhood days that brought us together almost 23 years ago.
Okay.
I love that story.
I do too. Wow, these are really good today. Tiffany, so she says while boxing in the middle of a trailer, I punched a guy in the face, he broke a guy's nose. Don't try to church it up and say you guys were boxing. I don't think this was an organized event.
No,
it sounds like a good old-fashioned fight.
Yeah,
George Bascom of Mount Sterling sent us this one. He says, my lovely wife lived next door to me. We were both divorced. One night, I invited her over to watch UK basketball. We had Lee's fried chicken.
I remember when I made it for him.
Bud Light.
I was there that night.
Oh, we were married 5 years later. We've been married 12 years now. I love her. Hey.
Fried chicken.
With Lee's in the kitchen, it's time for fried chicken. You know what they say. Ruth Ann DeBoard. Our next story is from Ruth Ann. She tells us how she met her husband. She says, I met my husband David 32 years ago at a funeral home. Wow. How morbid can you get, huh? We were at the viewing for my uncle that had passed away, and whenever we saw each other across the crowded, I'm uncomfortable, the funeral home room, we instantly felt attraction.
This is like Will Ferrell in Wedding Crashers.
Honestly, yeah, where he starts crashing funerals. It was like love at first sight, and we married 1 year later. We're still married today. It'll be 32 years in May. Since then, the funeral home has been closed down. Memories of something so sad turned out to be wonderful. Till this day, we still love each other. We never forget about meeting at the funeral home. Oh, the sights, the smells. That's me editorializing. Are you okay?
It's so sad about Uncle Bob. Yeah, but have you seen that girl? I am horned up.
Oh my gosh, I've never been so aroused here in family room 1. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh, I love that.
Emotions are running high during
Well,
times
Deborah Miller of Lexington sent us this real love story, which she said would make for a great episode of Tres Leches.
Ooh.
Our love story started when I returned home from college one weekend and saw him at a local bar. He was driving a red Camaro that he didn't own.
Oh,
it turned into a one-night stand in a tent on a stormy night with a bottle of finest discount vodka money could buy.
Yes!
Later, he tried to call me, and I told my friend to tell him I wasn't there. The following weekend, I showed up to the same bar and found him with another girl. I said, oh, hell no. That night, I was the one he chose. Maybe it was because of the miniskirt and high heels. Maybe it was the night we vaguely remember. Either way, we never left each other's side. 28 years later, and 3 amazing young men, and our love could never be stronger.
That story is awesome.
Let's give it.
Let's
give it to the horn dogs in the tent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's give it to those kids.
Deborah Miller,
Deborah
you dog!
Miller, you did it.
Deborah, congratulations. Cheers to you. If we had vodka out here, we'd do some shots.
Who says we don't?
Who says we don't? I don't. You
Oh.
didn't really think about how that news, had family not known that's how they met, how it might affect those 3 beautiful sons they have.
So we got a letter from a fellow by the name of Chad who wrote, this is the most embarrassing thing ever. I'm Chad Miller. My mom is Debbie Stormy Tent Miller. and she called us all to the house to show us the latest episode of your show where she won the contest. That being said, the story is 100% true. They've told an edited version when we were younger. Now that we're grown up, we've heard the real story, and I cannot believe she wrote that on live television, LOL. But they are madly in love 28 years later like teenagers and are amazing role models for how a relationship works and how to make it last. Thanks for picking them. They deserve it. P.S. While I'm here, I got to ask, is Bridget single?